You guys, I'm having so much fun with all of my giant swallowtail caterpillars that it just seemed clear that we need to have a video all about them and what you can do to help them complete their entire life cycle in your garden. Let's do it. Let's start with the host plants. So host plants are the plants that the butterflies will lay eggs on because it's the food that the caterpillars have to eat to be able to go through their whole metamorphosis. It provides all the nutrients they need. For example, this is wild lime. This is a host plant that I get eggs on the most in my garden. You can see some adorable little giant swallowtail caterpillars. This one here is going to pupate right on the plant. It has attached itself with its silk threads and its silk button where its little hind end is attached. And it will form its chrysalis there and stay there until it's ready to eclose as a beautiful butterfly. A tree I have in here for them is the wafer ash. I have it in a deep grow pot. A cool thing about these guys is there's a nice variety of host plants that you can incorporate into your garden, from trees and shrubs down to ornamental plants and herbs like rue, which I have growing right up here. And this is also host to the eastern black swallowtail, so it's a twofer. But I usually always find my eggs on the wild lime. And somewhere in here, in a pot, in my Florida native wildflower garden, I believe I have a little Hercules club. Yes, I think I see it right here. Right here. This is also a host to the giant swallowtails. And it gets up to be a small tree. It's got a cosmos growing with it. Shocking. Cosmos, you are not native. You shouldn't be in here. So I just haven't decided where I want to put this. I'll probably actually plant it in one of those deeper grow pots. And speaking of those, one of you asked a fabulous question about how my potted trees do in pots, and they do great. I've had them in pots for years, my wild limes, and then that Hercules club. But the wafer ash tree is in a pot in there too, doing fine. But I want to show you the types of pots that I use because they're not just any pot. I use these deep grow pots. I buy them at Lowe's, and that's what this one has been in, and all of my other ones. Look at this one. Completely eaten down. And there's a chrysalis on it. So these tall, deep grow pots work fabulously for potted trees. The wafer ash in the corner is also in one of those same types of pots. And you'll see how the soil level has gone down. So once a year, I'll pull the whole plant out, put more soil in the bottom, and then set the plant back in to keep the soil level where it needs to be. And one more note about taking care of potted trees and shrubs is that they do not have access in the ground to get all the minerals and vitamins and nutrients that they need. So you need to give them a regular fertilizing. I use a slow release shake and feed for flowering trees and shrubs, and I just follow the directions on the package. So these are eggs for giant swallowtails on wild lime little leaf cuttings. They like to lay their eggs on the ends, the fresh growth ends on the tips of the stems. And the egg stage lasts 4 to 7 days. And you can see the little dark spots is the caterpillar inside forming. It's adorable. The caterpillar stage lasts from 3 to 4 weeks. They go through 5 instars, where as they grow, they shed their exoskeleton. They usually do this at night, and that's also usually when they eat. During the day, you'll find them leisurely hanging out on a leaf, looking like a piece of bird poop. And then when they get older, they get a serpent-like appearance on their face to try and scare away predators. And they also have an adaptation where they have these little osmeterium where if they're disturbed, look, see them? They shoot them up. He's so sweet. They're so sweet. And along with shooting out their osmeterium, they also release an odor that you can smell to try and spook away predators. I love raising them because they're just so chill, so calm. They're not voracious eaters like monarchs or polydamas. I highly recommend trying to raise giant swallowtails first if you've never raised a caterpillar to a butterfly before. And they also still have their bird poop look, but now they are like double scary. All right, I'm going to go put him back on his plant. Thank you. Thank you for being our model. Yes, we appreciate you. You're adorable. Absolutely adorable. And there he is, back on his wild lime plant. Like nothing ever happened. And then when they've eaten and eaten and eaten till their little heart's content, they do this most fabulous thing, which is they have a big purge. It's like this massive explosion of frass, aka caterpillar poop, and it's a swallowtail thing. They all do it. And it kind of like gets rid of the excess, and then they go and crawl around and find their location where they're going to pupate, form a chrysalis, and wait for the metamorphosis to occur and eclose as a beautiful butterfly. So in my outdoor enclosure, there are a bunch of giant swallowtail chrysalides, and it is my hope that by Thursday, at least one of them that's hidden in here in various locations will eclose. Here's some here. Here's 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully somebody will eclose, and then I can show you the butterfly and we can release it into my garden. So the host plants that I share with you are the ones that I have in my garden, but there are still others, and I have a fun little graphic here with them all listed that I'll put up right here so that you can take a screenshot of it. But they include a couple other trees and shrubs and all cultivated citrus, which I don't have. And also, these butterflies, their range goes all the way up to southern Canada. In Florida, they're here year-round, and this is where they reside and constantly repeat their life cycle. And then some of the butterflies end up going up north, and they don't migrate back south. When they get up north, their little chrysalides overwinter. You guys look, it's not even all the way out of its egg. This is a tiny, tiny baby giant swallowtail caterpillar. There it comes. Is this now pulling all the way out? Oh my gosh, it's so adorable. I'm so glad this happened so I could share it with you for this video. So his first nutrition will be the egg. It'll turn around and eat the egg, and then it will start munching on the leaves. And then in 3 or 4 weeks, it will be pupating to become a gorgeous giant swallowtail butterfly. Oh my gosh, it's adorable. All right, it's totally out now. I will keep you safe, and you will grow up to become a butterfly. You don't have to worry about predators or running out of food. I'm going to take good care of you. Oh, look at the little face. Okay, now one of the 2 eggs that were side by side have hatched. And look through the side of the egg. You can literally see that other one in there. I love it. Now, there's one more thing you got to have in your garden for giant swallowtails. You have to have some nectar flowers for the adult butterflies to be able to have everything the giant swallowtails need to complete their entire life cycle. So, here's some recommendations with photo evidence. That's going to be right here. Okay, you ready? Ready? All right. Heirloom red pentas, Mexican sunflowers, heirloom red pentas, firebush, heirloom red pentas, heirloom pink pentas, heirloom red pentas, Mexican sunflowers, heirloom red pentas. I think you got what you need to know. And now I have some updates to share with you guys. First of all, not one of the giant swallowtail chrysalids decided to eclose to be in this video. So you'll just have to subscribe to my channel and watch, because there's a lot of them in there. So there's going to be a lot of them flying free very soon. Second, in the last video, I showed you my overpopulation of polydamas swallowtail caterpillars, and I asked if any of you wanted to come and meet me and get some, and I got no takers. So I used my phone a friend, and I just gave all of these guys to her. She drove my driveway. I handed them off to her, and they are now climbing all over her huge pipe vine that's growing up a tree in her backyard, and they will be well fed. And that is fabulous. And lastly, these beauties are going to be delivered to Plant Local tomorrow. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions about giant swallowtails in the comments. And let me know if you have any questions about anything. Tap the like button, please. And now for our end of the video club question. Tell me about your pets. Answered only in emojis. For example, if you have 3 dogs and 1 cat, you'll give me 3 dog emojis and 1 cat emoji. Fish in an aquarium? You guessed it. Fish emoji. But all of them, list all of them. And plus a gazillion butterflies, because I hope we're all raising, well, not raising, but we all are seeing butterflies. All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you in my next video.